Hello my friends, my name is Raymond. I wrote a little book. It's a manual, about 76 pages long. It's called How to Not Get Screwed When Buying a Used Car. The only difference in the real book is that the cover, the background is black. It's on Amazon.com. You can get it's an electronic version. The paperback version is going to be, I'm going to retire it for now, but you can get it on the electronic Kindle version or for your computer or smartphone. I've been an automotive technician for 15 years. I'm going to show you some basic stuff about doing a car inspection before you buy it. First of all, you're going to check the oil. You're going to check the oil level. This is a van. This is a Safari van. GMC Safari is like an Astro van. First thing you're going to do is you're going to check the oil. And this is my oil level, and on this car is low. It's about a quart low. You're going to check the oil level on it, and one side is going to usually come out with a lot oil. The other one is going to have basically no oil in it. I mean a lower level oil. So you're gonna go by the lower of the two. You're supposed to clean it. Let me go get the rag that I forgot for the video. Duh. You're gonna clean it, and you're gonna stick it back in there all the way down, and you're gonna measure it again. Never go by the first measurement. Always go by the second measurement. And of course, you do this with the engine off. For those of you who are not mechanically savvy, I'm assuming you don't know much about cars. If you see, it's going to have those little serrated area, and where that serrated area ends, that's where the top should be. Which should be around there. There's going to be a little arrow. Okay, I don't know if you can see it well, but where the arrow points at, that's the top of it. So I'm missing about a quart. Okay, so when you go now, the color of this oil, it needs to be changed. I mean, it's not that bad, but I should change it pretty soon. You're going to check that in whatever car you're going to buy. You don't want it to be, if it's like that, it needs to be changed. And also, a lot of people run their car low on oil for a long period of time, and that could cause internal engine damage. Now I'm checking the tranny fluid. You clean it one time. Now we're checking for color only. Right now, the tranny fluid, you check for how to check it on your owner's manual. Some Japanese cars require the car to be in the on position, the car running, and in neutral. Now most cars usually it's your car you check it with the car running and on parking. Now the color of this one, I did a service on this tranny, and the color, it should be pinkish. Okay, it should be kind of pinkish. I don't know if you can tell right there, but it should be kind of pink. If it's not, if it's yellow, it means it's really old. If it's black, stay away from that car. If the tranny fluid is black, do not touch the car. Don't get away unless you can get it really cheap. Now you also want to check your radiator cap. Now this one's got a little bit of that red residue from that red Dexcool coolant that they put on GM cars. That's fine, as long as there is no chocolate milk looking substance on it, like a cream colored chocolate thing. If you take the cap off and it looks like a cream colored chocolate shake color, don't touch that. Stay away. That means there's it could be there's a possibility there's head gasket, the head gasket's blown, and that's a major engine repair. It could also be that on some certain GM vehicles like 3.1 3.1 or 3.4, sometimes GM cars, they have a problem with the intake manifold gasket, but that could be like an $800 repair. You don't want that. Another thing you want to check is you want to check the air filter, and you just take it out and look at it. It's in there. You look at it. It's not supposed to look black unless the color of the filter is black. But this one is still got some life in it. If it's really neglected and you touch this stuff and it falls apart, like it crumbles, it means it hasn't been changed since Christopher Columbus landed. So you don't want to touch that. That means they did not keep up their maintenance on their filter, and that could lead to serious problems later down the road. Possibly some blow-by or engine wear, premature engine wear and tear on your car. You don't want that. Nobody does. I haven't seemed to having a problem getting this thing back on. My video is gonna suck, but alright. One of these days I'll be able to afford a camera crew and make better videos. You want to check also your power steering fluid level. That usually is amber colored. You can check the color of it. Usually it's amber colored. That's fine. The level. Check the battery connections. Make sure they're tight. You could check your brake fluid level too. Now on this one, it's all dark because it's never been flushed. You're going to find very few cars where the brake fluid has been flushed. In the next series of videos, I'm going to explain you how to check for leaks and stuff like that. You also want to check for the drive belt, the belt that's on the serpentine belt, what we call the serpentine belt. You want to make sure that's not cracked. I'm trying to avoid having to do too much maintenance on the car, and if you have to do a lot of maintenance, you have to adjust the price accordingly. Now I can show you how to do a head gasket test. All you have to do is keep the cap open and have somebody crank the car. If the head gasket is completely blown, there's going to shoot out coolant through here with pressure, going to a bunch of coolant through here. Now if it gets to that point, the car probably won't start. Okay, so if the car starts, that doesn't mean the head gasket's fine. It just means that there's no catastrophic damage. There is a test called the block test, and there's a chemical that you can put in a testing device that will tell you how it's doing. I'm gonna show you one last test. It's called a blow-by test, and it's a test that shows you if the rings on the engine and the pistons are worn out, and if that is the case, you stay away from that car. Okay, real easy with the car running. This is the number one test you're going to perform when you're going to buy a car. With the car running, take the oil dipstick out and put your finger right there. And if it's smoking out of there, if it's smoking or if it's spitting oil out of there, or if there's any air blowing out of there, you have blow-by in your engine, and you need to stay away from that car. That means that engine is worn out and it's going to break through, and it's burning gas, and the compression is getting out of the combustion chamber and into the oiling system. Stay away from it. Okay? And that's the series. My first video for the series for how to not get screwed when buying a used car. It's available on Amazon for the Kindle. And here's a cover. How to not get screwed when buying a used car. My name is Raymond, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And be careful when you buy a car, Make sure you inspect it really good. Thank you.